Elon Musk met with Senate Republicans in the Doge caucus at the White House yesterday. They were briefed on his efforts to root out fraud and waste in the federal government. And Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn, she was there in the room, and she joins us now to fill us in on what happened behind closed doors. Senator, thank you for joining us on your Friday. So take us inside the room. What did he say to you? And did some of your colleagues ask him questions about the process? Because we know some of them are I guess, facing some concerns from constituents back home.
It was such an exciting meeting, but also a very informational meeting. The Doge team is doing great work, and the American people can follow it at doge.gov, or they can follow it on the X account. The good thing, it is all transparent. And what you're going to see Doge do is move toward cutting $4 billion a day, identifying those cuts. And then, of course, Aisha, what we can do is bring that under the federal budget process, where we eliminate that spending through appropriations when we get to that, and also through rescissions. The good thing is this is going to allow us to downsize the federal government, to move forward with President Trump's agenda, and to remove every bit of fat. Elon thinks that we can remove 15 to 20% of government expense this year. And then if we continue on from that, this is going to be great. It is going to save the taxpayer money. It is going to get inflation under control. It is going to help get this economy back on track and get our country back on track.
Really quickly, you mentioned appropriations. Speaker Johnson had brought up perhaps putting in some of these Doge cuts into a CR. Is that just not possible in the Senate?
I am hopeful. We're going to look at every way we possibly can to codify these cuts and bring it in through the budget process and remove this spending. It is imperative that we cut every ounce of fat out. And you know what? If they're finding $4 billion a day, we can continue with that. And then the savings is going to be better. Inflation comes down. Interest rates come down.
Okay, let me get quickly to this, too, because you've been talking with AG Pam Bondi a bunch this week, and this is such an important topic to you in terms of transparency, are these Epstein files. I got to ask you about this because they were released yesterday. The White House made a big deal out of it. They had these binders with information from the DOJ. They handed it over to all of these social media influencers who went online and shared the information, but then it really turned out to kind of be what some are calling a nothing burger. And some Republicans, like Representative Luna in the House, said that this is not what we or the American people asked for, and a complete disappointment. So, Senator, what happened here?
AG Bondi and Director Patel are hard at work on getting all of these Epstein files. And as you know, this is an issue I first talked about in 2019. We have been on this because it is imperative that we break apart these human trafficking rings, sex trafficking rings. And we know Jeffrey Epstein was a part of this. And Aisha, this is not about sensationalism or celebrities. It is not about gossip and gotchas. This is about justice for 254 victims we know of so far, and for thousands of women and girls around the globe that have been pushed into sex trafficking, women and children pushed into human trafficking. That is now 150. You know, what we saw yesterday is information on that will lead us to the file that was used in the court document. This is information from the FBI search. We need that. We now know to go look for that and ask for those specifics of computers. And we also know there are IRS records we need. There's video footage we need. So they're trying to find where this is housed in the FBI and get it over to AG Bondi.
And we know you'll keep fighting for it.
It's going to be a process.
Yeah, it is.
You got it.
Senator, thanks for joining us. We just ran out of time. We'll have you back on soon. Thanks, Senator.